to present yourself to the community. What did your parents do?
Well, that goes back a ways. My parents were immigrants to the United States. They came from Austria. They were refugees in the Second World War, and they came by way of England and then continued on to the United States in 1939. And my dad was a tailor. When he was in school, he was, I'm not sure what, I think he was studying art originally, but then clouds developed over Europe, and his father advised him he needs a skill with his hands, so that if worse came to worse, he'd always be able to carry that with him. So he became a tailor. He was a Schneidermeister, as they call it in Austria. And sure enough, things got bad. They had to emigrate. And when he came to the United States, he was immediately employable because he had a skill. And my mother was a homemaker, although later in life she worked in a department store just to keep herself busy. But I grew up with a brother and a sister, and my brother has been very successful in his field. He has a PhD in math education, and he's widely published. For many years, I think 30 some odd years, he was the dean of the School of Education at City College of New York, and he retired, found he was bored, went back, and now he's dean of another university called Mercy College. He's dean of School of Education there. And my sister has a master's in creative writing, and she's also fairly well published, and she writes poetry. So, as a testimony to my parents' values, we all got educations, and that was the ticket to a better life. I have to say, I've never forgotten where I came from. I always remember back to what it was like when I was on the other side, and a young guy who was trying to do the best you can, and then meeting these guys who are much older and also well published, well known. And it was always an odd situation because you're talking like this, and it's quite an evolution. And you too will experience this as you get older.